So I made this video about the Supreme Court's unconstitutional power grab where they are refereeing between Congress and the executive branch. And the main comments had to do with things like, well, we do have power because we can impeach justices, we can pass a constitutional amendment, Congress can rewrite a law. But all three of those actually miss the fundamental underlying point, which is that the Constitution did not provide a referee between the three branches of government. It separated the powers, they obviously overlap, and it provided no means to resolve conflicts. I think this is what people are struggling with because there's something in us that has kind of liked having a referee, a sense that we need some kind of mom to come in and work things out between everybody. But checks and balances and the separation of powers says that someone cannot be the Supreme Court. The Constitution does not talk about how the powers interrelate. It delineates each one's lane. It sometimes says what each one can't do. And otherwise, it has no discussion about how the government's actually going to work. The Constitution is effectively saying everything the Supreme Court says is constitutional, every law Congress passes is constitutional, and everything the executive branch does is constitutional. Nothing in the Constitution says anyone gets to determine constitutionality. We can have a referee if we want one. That would require a constitutional amendment. The role of the Supreme Court has nothing to do with the other two branches of government, any more than the other two branches of government really have anything to do with the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court is there to mediate all kinds of disputes, but not disputes around how Congress operates, or how the executive operates, or how the two interrelate. It has no say over that. And I think that that's what people ended up struggling with. So what I was suggesting in that video is that the Constitution, in fact, does mention a fourth branch of government, the people. We just haven't thought of ourselves that way. The executive branch is subject to our vote, the legislative branch is subject to our vote, and the judicial branch needs to be subject to our vote. That's why I want to put Citizens United on the ballot. We're the ones who determine constitutionality. We're mom, and we love all three of our children equally. And if they're fighting and the kids can't resolve the fight, or we don't like the way they resolved it, then it's on us to correct them. And the Supreme Court is as subject to voter correction as is Congress and as is our president. The Constitution did not grant them power over the other branches. They granted us power over all three. The consequences of their powers cross each other. Where they cross and how that resolves, well, that is for us to figure out, not the Supreme Court to declare itself the referee on.
What is this?